Yeah,
But it's
better.
a nice, like,
Angle?
yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a nice angle.
it's a nice angle. Yeah, I like it.
What about?
Yeah, that's good.
That's good?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I will not be like this.
Yeah.
It will be strange. So yeah. So not nice to meet you, but
No, there we go again. Like after 3 years, almost exactly three years.
yeah, 3 years from Dubrovnik.
It's 2nd of November now.
Yeah,
We're in Belgium,
in Belgium, yeah, close to Maastricht.
where I live right now.
So now this is the second episode of asking questions to Guadalupe, basically.
Yeah, what has happened in my life?
Yeah, many things
Yeah.
happen.
I-
So the first question could be, what image do you have of yourself? Like, how did you see you?
I see myself as someone like someone different, but that was before also. That has always been like that. As someone different with different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who has a huge love for life. And I see myself as someone who's just willing to grow and looking for like, how can I use the best, like the life I have right now, this lifetime.
Okay, good. And so the next question will be a little bit like the same as the others, but what relation have you with yourself? So the last one was, what image have you of yourself?
Yeah.
And then what relation have you with yourself?
The relation I have with myself has evolved over the years, but right now is a relation of like kindness, I would say, and love. Of like, if anything happens to my life that I feel that I regret, for example, I just look at that and try to embrace the past version of me that did or invited that situation into my life, and I embrace it and I try to like love it and learn out of that. So there's no hate in me, there's no punishment, there's just like trying to love and understand all the parts of me.
The third question would be, what gives you the force to grow, to know yourself better, and to make efforts in the way that you can evolve? What gives you this need? Yeah, this want.
Yeah, basically was my experiences. Like I had, as many of us, traumatic experiences, and experiences that I felt hurt, and I felt scared, or I felt like sadness, and I was all the time wondering, why am I experiencing this? What is it happening? So then what I found that gave me peace in there was understanding that there's a subconscious part of me that is acting unconsciously, and that is attracting these things into my life, such as, for example, like toxic relationships, or I don't know, anything, just like being a workaholic and always having a lot of work to do and not having enough time for me to rest. So many things that I was wondering, okay, what is happening to my life, because this is not the life I want to live. I want to be happier. I don't want to go through this kind of stuff. So that's a way for me that I started to, from questioning why this is happening, then I started going into psychology books, and then into meditation, then into Buddhism, into astrology, into like all the things that were at my hand reach to dive into, and that's everything comes out of the suffering I was experiencing in my life.
Okay, so for you, suffering was a way to wanted something different. So you don't be this the victim of this suffer, or maybe a little bit, and then you want to overcome this.
Yeah.
This is the need that you have to grow up.
Exactly. It was like the way I see it is like life was throwing at me experiences that hurt me, that I was feeling hurt or suffering, so that I would, in a way, awake and say, okay, this should not be everything. There has to be something better, something different. Because I would also see people around me who are like living their life nice and easy, and I was like, why am I always stumbling into the same rock, it was a huge rock, and others had, I was seeing like tiny rocks, and then there was huge awakenings. For example, the first one was the death of my father when I was 9 years old. So that was the starting point of everything, I would say, consciously for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
consciously. So make a bridge to the second question,
yeah.
to the fourth question, which is what look have you on the subconscious part of all of us?
What?
Like, did you have any ideas about the subconscious part of all of us? Like, what did you think about this
The subconscious
that we all get?
I will kind of paraphrase one of Jung's, Carl Jung ideas.
Yeah.
It kind of says that, let me remember. It kind of says like, until the point that you don't make your subconscious conscious, the subconscious will lead your life, and you will call it destiny.
Yeah.
So
I see it.
for me, the subconscious are all these like patterns and habits, ways of feeling, thinking, and acting that we have, and we're not aware of them. And they lead us into all those experiences we have in our daily life. In order to change the experiences we have in our daily life, we have to access our subconscious and everything that is in there.
For the fifth question, like, which type of philosophy or which kind of idea leads your life the past years? Like, which good philosophy or ideas leads you?
I mean, I take a little bit of everything. Do something. I merge all kinds of ideas that I just like.
Yeah.
But the main one is Tibetan Buddhism.
Okay.
That's the main one. I like all the like working on your compassion and on your like purest love to whatever you experience in life. Don't react on that, and just understand that everything is a change of cause and effect. So when you break this chain and you act differently, then you can change the effect. And then if you break it with love and with compassion, you plant a new seed. We talked about that before. And then for me, like Buddhism, like, is bringing Buddhism into my daily life, not only in the meditation, but also, for example, now I work at a cafe, and I have many situations with clients that I would just like send them out of the cafe straight, but I don't do it, and I try to understand why this is happening, why am I attracting this, and then trying to respond more with compassion, with love. So this is the main philosophy, I would say, if I can tell that philosophy. It's me.
Kind of a philosophy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what lesson did you learn with your experience the past, we can say, 3 years? What is the main lesson you learned about your experience of life?
I mean, then
if there is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you feel so lost, so confused, thinking, I don't know what am I doing. I'm just a black sheep. I'm doing something different, and you feel also people around you judging you. I mean, this is something you feel. But no matter what, like, you're always guided. You're always protected. Even though, because we see it from the lenses of just this human experience, but I believe we're always guided. So even though when we feel lost, if we are still acting and listening to our heart, and our heart is saying just start studying this, or just go to the Antarctica or whatever, if you keep on doing that, what your heart says, one day you will see that then all of a sudden you have clarity. Because for me it came like kind of almost all of a sudden, that huge clarity on what I want to do, where I want to go, and also the confidence of just going there and pursuing my goals. And my goals has become like clearer. You know, before I had my goals more confused, more like foggy, more broad, but now I can nail them down. I can like detail them more, because we hear a lot or at least me, I hear a lot in social media saying, no, you need to have clarity on your goals, on what you want in life, or but sometimes you don't have that clarity, and it's very hard to have it. Or you can think of something you want, but you're not sure if you want that, and you're like, yeah, but if, and you know that that thing you want, it may change in 6 months or in 1 year.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, don't push yourself into needing to have clarity all the time. Clarity will come as you act. So just
As
keep
you
on,
act. Yeah.
and don't. But you're never lost. Lost is just like the way you see it, but it's not the reality.
Yeah, but you, like you say, the clarity comes with the act.
The action.
But when you don't act because you are stuck, then it could be tougher, maybe.
Yeah.
So what advice it would be for me? What advice could you give to someone who doesn't act and that want clarity?
First is the awareness of knowing that you are stuck and that you're not acting and that you should act.
Yeah, so understand, yeah.
When you have this awareness, then you're like, oh fuck, yeah, then I should act. And then you think, okay, how should I act? What do I need to do now? And then the answer comes. Maybe someone tells you about this country you want to travel. Then maybe someone tells you about a new position in a job, I don't know, that you really resonate with, and then you apply. So, but when you need to be open to receive that. But when you're stuck and in this mentality of being stuck and not doing anything, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
The first is being aware.
Yeah. So 7th questions. If you find someone like randomly on the street, and on the street,
yeah,
and he's not happy with his life,
okay,
what could you recommend it to do or to do?
First, I would need if that person wants my advice. That person doesn't want my advice, I never step in. It's a waste of energy and time.
But if he says yes, I want some
advice to be
some
happier.
helps, yeah. Like if someone is not happy with his life and you can feel that he wants something different.
I know it's super broad, the question. The thing is, like, when we want someone to give us an advice, is because we feel we can feel a victim of life, and then we want something super concrete on that advice, and we constantly look for, like, there's where we tend to, like, listen a lot of podcasts, read a lot of books, trying to find the answer, but the answer is never there. I cannot give the answer. The only thing I can say to that person, the only thing I can do even is mirror to that person how happy can you be in your life just by being me. So that person gets inspired by that and says, okay, and feels the same joy as I can feel in my life, and out of this joy says, okay, I want to, like, do something I love, because feeling joy, you feel joy when you do something you love, when you feel love. And then that person starts looking for the things he loves, she loves. So when you look for that, then you can, is the first step, I would say, to happiness. So I cannot say anything, because that person, first off, may have the need to be rescued, because feels like a victim. But that person needs to step out of that and feels responsible of the life he or she has. And when feels in that way, then she will start acting. Then I can say to him, listen to your heart, and then he will not say, oh, but I don't know what that means. He'll start looking for what that means, and then I can just show that person how it feels and looks like listening to my heart, because I think I do that in my life. Like, people say to me, I'm a happy person, I'm a, like, person that's nice.
So it's kind of showing the example that you can open.
Yeah,
probably.
So that way the other person feels inspired and wants to act, instead of wanting someone to come and say him exactly what needs to do. That is never the answer. Someone who comes and says to you exactly what you have to do, be careful with that. That would be my advice.
Okay, this is quite what happened between, like, because we spent 1 week together, and just by being with you, it allows many things, but it was not but by transmit me any ideas, but much more of how you act. Then I can feel different thing in myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So it allows things. Yeah. So this is
It
not.
allows what?
It allows.
It allows.
Things. Allows. Yeah.
Okay, it allows things in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been living together now for almost a week.
Yeah.
And he's leaving tomorrow. So that's good that he's the example of what I have said. Just by being around me, then you feel like expanded.
Yeah, everything happened inside of you. Yeah.
So but by the way, before like stopping this, like we need to show the progress. I mean, when we met in Dubrovnik, I said I wanted to write a book. Now after 3 years, that book is published.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to, like, I didn't go to India by foot or Nepal. I stopped in Montenegro. We have to give an update.
Yeah, of course.
So
and then, did you reach your goal of 10k euros for this
No,
Nepal
I didn't.
stuff?
Nothing of that. But that's
No,
okay. Also, sometimes to understand. Oh, I had this wish. That's what we talked before. I had this goal. This goal is not suiting me anymore because it's not like it's being. I feel stiff inside of me. I feel like dense. I feel tough. So that means that this goal is not for me, and I have to change it. So, and the next country, like when I reached Montenegro, I went back home, and well, things happened. But I published my book, then I moved to Maastricht, and I'm living here. Basically that.
Yeah.
And you reached Istanbul.
I reached Istanbul, do like many stuff between, finding a job in Pyrenees also, traveling in, but there is the documentary on my channel in North Cape, and the next step is to go to Thailand for many reasons.
Many months also.
Yeah, 2 months at least, but probably more. Yeah.
You'll find out. But we are like the examples of just like doing until you find it.
Yeah.
We did very random things. He opened a snack this summer.
Yeah, it was quite unexpected.
Yeah.
Very unexpected. Yeah.
But we have to try.
There was one probability of many probabilities, but yeah. Sometimes you can be stuck, but we hacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes we can be stuck also. Yeah.
The last year for me, I was super stuck. I stayed in my hometown working at a cafe, and that was it.
And good advice could be don't. If you are stuck, try to do something different. Yeah, simply. Simply, this is as simple as this, honestly.
Yeah.
Like how you feel starting sports, going on a travel, changing job.
Yeah.
But the most important part will be the inner part.
Yeah.
Like you can do externally, like pretty travel, pretty jobs, but inside. So this is the first step is internally, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so,
like last question, did you have any ideas that you want to transmit? This is an open question. Any like
no,
ideas?
I think what we talked was short, but I would love for us to meet next time out of Europe, maybe where you are. Yeah. Maybe some point in Asia will be the next interview. I would love to visit him out there.
Yeah.
So, and we will transmit the update of that and what happened in our life, and how did that go? You know, it would be super funny to write a book of our life, like together. You know, the moments we met, then splitting, then your point of view, mine point of view, and then meeting, and then so that we can show people it's not only me now that I have my experience and I show it. It's only yours. It's also yours. That would be a cool idea.
Yeah, but we have to spend more time together. I mean, we just spent...
Yeah, in the future
we just spent a week together. So.
No, but now we're 24, 26. We have a long life ahead. I hope so.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Everything can... Like, maybe you can just sleep in the mud and...
I've never... No, I became like... I was sleeping in a tent when we had the interview, but I became like... how you say that, material girl? No, not like that, but like a girl who likes luxury and good beds and hotels. I like that. So if I go to visit you,
I take my hammock. Normally I take my hammock to Thailand. But okay. So I think this is it.
So let's see what the third part has for us.
Yeah, where, when.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
it will be a third chapter. Stay tuned. And yeah.
Within 3 years, maybe. Let's see.
And act. Oh, my legs. I was having 2 more questions for you. So the first one is for you. What is astrology?
Astrology.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not what's for me, but what is it? Astrology is like the influence of the planets on Earth. Like from here on Earth, we have certain, like, we're always in certain degrees according to all the planets in the solar system, and astrology says that each planet has a certain influence in the Earth and in us specifically. So it's how we can, like, take the best out of these influences. So for example, Venus, which is a planet of love, when there's like a good influence of Venus, we can like feel more like doing things we love, more abundance also, more like feel prettier, more beautiful. But when there's, for example, an influence of Mars, which is a planet of associated to war, if there's an influence of Mars, for example, intense influence in Spain, there can be like, I don't know, it depends, some more like battles, war in there, or like outbursts of the population, I don't know, like outbursts, not like just population like wanting more like aggressive, or you feel it in the air. So basically, I think it's like, in my words would be that. It's not the best explanation because I'm not an expert, but
yeah, but this is your interview, so that's good.
Yeah.
This is your point of view. Okay, and the last question will be, you tell me that you have the fears of starting your project because you have the fear of judgment about astrology.
Yeah.
So can you talk more about these fears and why?
Yeah, the fears are because this is a whole other like side of me. People know me one way. People know one Guadalupe, which lived until the 25th years. And when I turned 26, at that moment I was going through a like very deep transformation, where I was quite one of the, I would say, darkest periods in my life and toughest. Short period, and there I let go of many things that were just not being me, not resonating with me. And I could go closer to who I really am. And I discovered by that I started like developing a huge interest in astrology, which I think is not only like a knowledge that I have, that I'm getting, but as I told you, is remembering this, as if I have the feeling I have been doing this in many past lives, and now I'm just remembering this. So this is a whole new me, and like and here where I live now, I don't live in my home place in Barcelona. In the one hand side, I have the space and the freedom to just dive into this and study all of these without anyone looking at me and saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like at home, you know, at home I'm all day like looking at classes, reading astrology, looking at charts, and I'm all day with that. And when I go to a cafe to like just keep on doing that, that's the only thing I do out of my work besides also training. So but I still feel the pressure if I then want to go outside and show people what I do. There I can feel again this judgment of like, oh, what you do doesn't have any material like proof, so like this is bullshit, this is like false. So it's all this judgment that I have that is like holding me back by the moment, but I think it's gonna be released, like not like in a long term, like more in a short term. Oh, the sun is coming now.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So yeah, this.
And so in what way did you think that this judgment will go away?
By just doing it more and more and feeling confident on that. I mean, the more I study astrology, the more I see how, like, because I'm good, how good I am, like, with reading people's charts, like, many persons I meet, like if I feel like that there's the chance of talking about astrology, I bring it up, and then maybe the person says, "Oh, I want for you to have a reading. Like I want you to have a reading in my chart." Then I do that, like overall, and then I see that this person says, "Oh God, like you saw things in me that like that I didn't tell you, or like that are more like hidden, and I like it." So I get more confident in this, and that is what gives me the strength. Will give me the strength to then say, "Okay, I'm just doing it openly."
Okay. Nice.
It's also like we are in Maastricht, which is a city full of students who go to university and who are like taught to learn in very rational ways, logical ways. Astrology, yes, it can be logical if there's a logic behind it. It's like from mathematics studies, and it's based on mathematics. So but when you interpret this, it's more connecting to your intuition. So again, like I can be like criticize and judge for that, but I'll have to go through it. I was already criticized back in Spain, so yeah.
Okay, interesting. So we'll see these images in 3 years, and it will be funny how it will be evolved. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah, thank you.
For this month, for this year. So yeah.
For this year, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Next trip. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So see you in 3 years.
Yeah.